Alright, hello. This is going to be Solidworks CSWA practice problem 4.2. And if you want to follow along with the video, then follow the link in the description that's going to take you to the official Solidworks practice problem database. This video will also go into the Solidworks CSWA practice problems playlist. So let's get started. First of all, let's make sure we're in the right units, MMGS. And then we'll go into Sketch. I'll start in the front plane. Oops, seems like my origin's missing. Oh, hold on. Go into front plane. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we will start with a pair of concentric circles. First circle being 20 in diameter, and then distance between those circles being 20. And then we will draw a center line. And another pair of concentric circles. On the drawing it says radius 25 for this one, so it will be diameter of 50. And the inner one is 20. Oh, got it mixed up there. The inner one's 20, and then the outer one is 50. Like this, okay. And then the distance between their center points is 100. So this is where we'll start. And then we'll just draw the relative geometry. Doesn't have to be accurate. Looks like a corner into an arc. And we'll start there. Let's make the arc tangent with the circle. And then let's add a sketch fillet of 10 millimeters to this corner. Select OK. And now what we're going to do is we are going to mirror this relative geometry to the other side. And the reason why we did this is because there is actually an angle dimension that we need between these two diagonal lines. And that angle is 90 degrees. And then we'll set the dimension of the arc, this arc, as being, it says 30. I'll change both arcs. But of course it still seems to be underdefined. Oh, I see. The reason why it's underdefined is because there's actually another angle dimension that we need. And that angle is going to be between these two diagonal lines. And that angle is going to be 60 degrees. Ah, I see, I see. Okay. So if you look closely at the drawing, you'll see that the center point of this arc is actually horizontally constrained with this center point of this concentric pair. So let's add the horizontal constraint, and now we have a fully defined feature. Kind of hard to see on the drawing, but if you look at the front view, you can clearly see there's a straight line cutting right through these three center points where my cursor is. Okay, from here we will trim entities and get rid of all this. And these as well. Okay, now we have a close contour. Now let's get our extrusion. Let's do mid-plane extrusion, because we're going to have to make a mid-plane cut later. And the total extrusion will be 45. Okay, now for the cuts. Let's create a sketch. In the right plane. Then we'll start with the bottom. Okay, let's create a line coming from the bottom here. And then half of a rectangle. Let's create our center line. And then let's mirror those entities across. Okay. Then let's add our relative dimensions. From the top to bottom is 92. And then the distance between the vertical lines will be 25. And then we'll just add 2 fillets, both of radius 10, to the corners. Select OK. And the only reason that message showed up was because I had constrained the midpoint of this line to be coincident with the construction line, but that is irrelevant because the mirror feature already creates symmetric geometry, so you don't need to worry about getting rid of the midpoint coincidence. It's fine. And so that's it for the bottom parts, and then we'll go to the top cuts that are also mirrored. Go back to sketch. So we'll create a straight line like this. Oh. Create a straight line like this. And then an arbitrary arc like this. Try to avoid the midpoint to avoid constraining it accidentally. And we're actually going to use the same center line to do the same mirror. But first let's add dimensions. So from this edge to this line, the distance is 12. And then the distance from this, the end point of this arc, to this edge is 65. And finally, the radius of the arc is going to be 25. And then let's close out the contour. And let's mirror those entities. Same center line. Select OK. Now let's make the cuts. Oh, actually, I need to close this as well down here. There we go. Okay. So now let's make the cuts. Feature extrude cut. only cutting one way, we'll say through all both. Select OK. There you go. But we're not done yet. Do not forget the fillets. Go to features. Actually, these are not fillets, these are chamfers. So click under fillets, click chamfer. In the engineering drawing on the section view, it says there are 4 5x 45 degree chamfers. So that means they're of radius 5 and 45 degrees. And there's 4 of them for the circles on both sides. So here, then here, then here, and then here. Select, oh, I didn't have my preview on. Select OK. And there's your 4 chamfers. That should be it. So let me check the answer. The answer is 226,455 cubic millimeters, which is the correct answer if you also check the answer key for the problem. Alright, thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something.